Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
I think where we need to start is how exciting it was to see this kid make his debut in a college basketball game, given all he's been through in the last few months. RC, how good was it just to see him healthy and doing what he does best?
Can you imagine the anxiety that he and his family and everybody felt? Like, I was nervous watching him. Like, I sat there and watched him come out, and I'm nervous when he entered the game. I'm nervous watching him when he was showing him warming up. So you couldn't be nothing but proud of what he's come through. That journey's got to be scary as hell for him and for his family, and to see his family there supporting him on his opening night was a special moment. That's just something I think everyone will celebrate.
Jerel, what are the first game jitters like? Like, what was he feeling tonight?
Yeah, I'm sure it was amped up times 1,000 a night, man. Just like RC said, just coming off a serious situation like that, after the collapse and everything at practice, to be able to make such a quick turnaround though and get back on the court, man, you got to know those nerves are jumping, man. And just, I think one of the scariest things about stuff like that is just that it's kind of out of your control. You don't know when anything like that is going to happen. I'm sure you got thoughts and fears of maybe it possibly happening again, man. But a big shout out and salute to Bronny, man. He had a really good debut, man, and they had a lot of energy in that building. It was just fun to see him out there.
Yeah, obviously, I share the same sentiments as you guys. Not to be cold-hearted about any of it, but to talk on the court for him, which is not the biggest thing for him tonight. He gave us a little bit of everything. He gave us why he's such a tantalizing prospect. You got 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and of course the chase down block, as we've seen from another James plenty of times before in his career. But guys, USC lost this game. I mean, let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Long Beach State takes them down. This is the second marquee win that Long Beach State has had this year. They went on the road and beat Michigan not too long ago. Jerel, was this a case of USC just laying an egg, or did Long Beach State go take this one?
You know, it was it was an interesting game, and I won't say that USC completely laid an egg. It was obviously an emotional night, and one of the cool things just about the return of Bronny too that we kind of just didn't touch on was just like, man, you see the effect that it had on his teammates. And even the fans, obviously, but man, they were so excited to have him back and get him back on the court. It was a lot of energy in the building, and they kind of had it rolling there for a minute. I think they were up like 10 when he made his first shot, or that might have put him up 10, something like that. But the hard part about games like that is it was just hard to sustain that energy for them. And I was just sitting there watching it, because Long Beach State is just, they're scrappy, man. They're tough. They played a crazy schedule so far, and they've already went on the road and knocked down, some high major program in Michigan. So they just kept hanging around, and it wasn't the best shooting night for Boogie Ellis and Collier. They struggled a little bit, and then, they kind of just got them at the end. It's a nip and tuck game, and they were able to make more plays, and Marcus Tashonis was great again down the stretch. Another great game from him, knocking off one of the heavyweights.
Hooper, Tashonis. I love his game, man. I love his
game. Did he gave it to them how they wanted. I mean, just give me the ball, put them on their back, made plays. You got to give him a credit. As much as you want to talk about the game, he won the game. They didn't lose it. He won it. He made the plays when they had to. He took the matchups, took the assignment. Didn't matter who USC put on him. I think USC just probably glad to get this one over with too. Get Bronny out there with his dad there, so the fans and everybody can get used to his dad being there. Because you can see the guys looking over at LeBron as the game was going on too. just kind of just glancing over, looking at him as, just as much as Bronny was. So I think everybody wants to get this behind him and then turn the page. And obviously, if you're USC, you wanted to do that with a dub, but Long Beach State has something to say about that. And they credit to them guys. They won it.
Tough, man, too. Bronny had some clutch free throws down the stretch too, man. I know they had to be nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah. He was in there for the big moments already, right there throwing into the fire. And, you talk about how difficult this might have been on the other USC guys, too, not just Bronny. RC, that's how I felt the first time I ever did a show with you, just so you know, my friend. I'm looking – that's Randolph Childress right there. That's who I'm on a Zoom call with right now. So just a quick pulse check from you guys. I want to go around the horn to the other results from tonight, and we have a lot to get to this show. We are going to talk about Colorado, Miami. We're going to talk about Memphis, Texas A&M. I've got a bunch of Big Ten stuff I want to get at you guys, and then we'll preview this week a little bit. But to put a bow on USC for the night, they're 5-4 now. I mean, coming off back-to-back losses. Their next game is at Auburn, which is suddenly looking like a game you'd really like to go get. RC, are you selling the Trojans at this point, or do you still believe that this team has a high ceiling at some point later this season?
Their guard play is too good to count them out. So as Bronny gets implemented in things and he gets more comfortable, we saw tonight what he brings day one. He knows how to play, he plays the right way. He's going to guard and he's going to knock down shots. So getting another ball handler there, another decision maker, another shot maker is only going to help this team. So I'm not ready to count them out. He's too big of a piece of that puzzle with their backcourt to count them out. Unfortunately, they got to wait until he gets games up under him, gets his rhythm, and that may take him some time.
Same with you, Jerel?
Yeah, I think the same exactly. They just got so much talent on the guard side of things, and obviously a big part of that is just going to be, like he said, Bronny is going. I think he's going to make life easier for Boogie Ellis and Collier, just because he's such a high IQ kid and player. He's not a guy that needs the ball to make plays in his hand. He doesn't have to pound the air out of. He's a ball mover. You've seen it a couple times, just a quick swing, the pass stuff. When you're getting that ball on the opposite side, on the reverse and everything, man, that stuff is going to open those guys up and make the game easier for them. But I do got some concerns about him just on the defensive end. And like he said, Bronny will help with that too, getting him and Kobe Johnson just being able to be their kind of lead perimeter defenders. But they kind of got to buy in, man. It was a tough night giving up 84 at home, and Tashona's put on another show like we talked about earlier, man. So you got to continue to find guys that are going to step up and take that challenge and get stops when you need them. They'll be able to produce enough offense and score enough points.
Yeah, they feel like a team that could be far from their ceiling to me, but you don't want to get to the end of December and still feel like you're really far from that ceiling. It's kind of getting to pressure time already now that they're stacking up the losses.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.